Let's check the message for this moment. And what we have here, we have the Crossroads. Look at this card. You're in the moment now. And I think all of us as a collective, and I say that because I'm hearing a lot of that, we have two choices right now. And those are the two paths that are showing up for you. So one path will lead you to the right path where you need to go. The other path, it also takes you there. But you can see it's more curvy and you bring more suffering. The things here are not that green on this side. You see that on this side you have more green. And then if you chose the path that is the easy path, that will take you there also, but it's gonna be more, I cannot say easy, but like it's less painful than this one, okay, if that makes sense. I'm not saying there is a right or wrong here. There is only like choices. Both of them will take you to the same place because that's where you need to go. One is the path of going with the flow, and the other is a path of resistance. And if you pick the path of resistance, like I said, you're gonna get there too. The problem with that try to stop a river, try to stop some water coming. You know, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna work a lot on it, and you might not even be much successful. And in the end, the water will take over you. So I would suggest the path that goes with the flow. Whatever it's in front of you, you just accept it. You just embrace it. You just do the change they're asked you to do. And that will lead you to the same spot, but in a way that it's not as unpleasant, if you know what I mean. Those two paths, you can pick whatever you want at the moment. And I feel like as a collective, we need this change, and we're going through this because we need this change. Our mind needs to change, and our beliefs and our perceptions, everything needs to change. So everyone is going to go through their personal journey, but I feel this is more like a collective, and you can pick which path are you going to. And it's fine if sometimes you're resistant. Don't be critical of yourself. Just acknowledge and ask God to help you. Like, I'm resistant to this. Help me understand and get over it. I want to follow your path, because sometimes when we suffer and when we resist is because we want to follow our own path, the path of the ego. Like, I want to do things my own way, but then this thing is getting on the way now. Well, the only path that exists is the path that God wants us to go through. And then whatever it is not that is the ego directing you through the roads that will take longer or distract you, or like I said, you get that too, because in the end you're gonna realize like, oh, I just lost time here, I suffered, and now I can accept it and follow God's way, right? So what I suggest here for us to end this video is you can ask God to guide you on your path, like daily. God, and not just in the mornings when you wake up, all the time. If you're feeling you're a little bit off, or you're feeling you're resistant, or things are hard, God, help me follow your path. What do I need? Good question that you can do. What do I need to do in this situation? If you're in a situation, what do I need to do here? Not me. In my case, my name is Juliana. Not me, Juliana. My soul, my spirit, myself. What do I need to do here? Through your guidance. Then you can also ask, who do I need to talk to? Where do you want me to go? Sometimes we don't know what to do, who to talk to, where to go, but we can ask. And when you ask, stay quiet for a moment and you're going to receive a guidance. You might feel inspired to do something, or he will tell you, like, go do this, talk to this person, do this now, and sometimes you were trying to do something and that thing is not working out. Just pay attention, because that might be not the right thing for you to be doing at the moment. But sometimes we want to follow our agenda, or we want to do what we want to do. And I'll give you another example here of, again, someone that I like to listen on YouTube, Paulinha from Frequência do Amor. And then she gave an example one day about they were in a meeting trying to figure out some stuff that needed to be done, and nobody was agreeing on anything. It was really difficult. Nobody understood anything. And then she stopped for a moment and she said, God, this is not right. What do I need to do here? And then she heard, go do a picnic. And then she's like, you might be kidding. I'm not gonna stop a meeting to go do a picnic. And he's like, go do a picnic. And then she's like, okay, if you're asking, I'll do it. And then she told everyone we should go do a picnic. And everyone was like, what? What? Because God is not always, He's not going to ask us to do the most obvious thing. That's why the ego is very obvious. We should be in a meeting. We should be doing what we're doing. But the best thing to do now is to stop and go do something else. So they went on this picnic, and she said that while they were there, they were just more relaxed, they were enjoying, they were in the moment. And then when they came back to the meeting, they finished the meeting like 10 minutes, because it was so much easier to have everyone in this place where their minds are not so much on the ego, and they can just relax and just, listen to God. So that's just an example. Sometimes I think about it a lot, because it helps me a lot. Like I'm trying to do something and it's not working. So what am I supposed to do right now? Because sometimes it's not that, right? Or if you think your idea of relaxing, maybe it's reading a book or going for a walk, and you try that some days and you don't feel relaxed. You feel like, no, this is stressful. And then because it's what works one day, one moment, it's not exactly what's going to work in the next day. And the ideas that the world has about what is relaxing, what is work, what is this, what is that, it's not exactly truth, because the only truth is what exists in the moment and what God is guiding you at that moment. And another example I want to give, I know this video is going to be longer than I thought, but let's do it. If you guys ever watched The Chosen, there is one of the scenes where he calls Matthew, and Peter comes and say, what are you doing? He's a tax collector and he shouldn't be one of your followers. And Jesus say, he's coming. He needs to come. And then he said, get used to the different. And then that get used to the different is really what he does. He doesn't do the obvious. He doesn't ask us to do the obvious, because if we knew how to do it, we would do it. But we don't. So because he has a better perspective on things, he knows what needs to be done. And in that case, that was what was necessary for everyone on that group, So just another example to try to make you understand, because sometimes I like to bring some more practical examples here. That's why I think my videos are longer sometimes, and I like to explain things. But I don't know if that helps. Please let me know what you're going through. What is your challenge at this moment? I hear like a lot of people are going through a lot right now, and let me know if it resonates, and I'll see you guys next.